Welcome back, everyone, to Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I'm Blank Tester. I've got Anesthetic with me.
Hello there.
And Turo.
Hello.
And we're returning to more of Bomb Rush. Now, since last video, or between recordings, they updated the game, and you'll see in the pause menu here on the right side, now it says total rep, highest combo, and stuff. And also a little indicator to say whether or not you got the SD card for the map of this level.
I'm stuff.
They may... Great, thank you for that. They may add more updates like that. I don't know. I'm not even going to mention them when we're recording anymore, because if they add more stuff, it'll happen long after we're done recording.
Oh my god, you were grinding upside down.
Oh my god, the SSX Toxic Grind Special.
So yeah, you can just grind as long as you want upside down. It works just like grinding any other direction.
Right, so at the end of last episode, you went into a new area to go after, what was it, the Eclipse Gang?
Yes, the Eclipse Gang. We're
The
now in
Dommy
Brink
Mommy
Terminal.
Gang.
And I'm not gonna get all the graffiti here. I might do that off screen. I might do it in another video or whatever. But I'm just gonna get enough to get us through the story, because there's enough to do in this level that you'll see.
I love the camera
so
angles of this explanation here.
Yeah, she wants to see if we can get a 5 times multiplier.
Wow.
Let's see if we can. These challenges, it's not even like early game the challenges are really easy. Throughout the whole game, anytime anybody asks you to do something, it's so easy.
Does that affect your opinion of like anything
Nope.
at all?
Not at all. I mean, I enjoy the game. As far as I'm concerned, you know, an easier game means that more people are able to beat it, and that, you know, that doesn't mean that all games should be perfectly easy. It just means that there's like there's a balance there, and like some people are gonna find, like children are gonna find it hard to get a 5 times combo if they're really bad at video games, but they should still be able to.
I remember that brings up 2 things that come to mind. First, I will never forget the first time I made it to London in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, which I've said is the first video game that I ever played. And there's that one challenge where it's like, you score 100,000 points in one combo, and I remember literally thinking to myself, as soon as I read that, thinking, that is impossible.
Yeah,
no one can do that.
Why would you tell me to do that?
No one can do this.
Yeah.
The bad challenge.
Yeah,
But,
no, I'd say it's definitely good to put things on the easier side. Again, like, think of the Amped series, and like Amp 2, even though it's a really good game, is so hard that, the younger kids probably can't make their way through it.
Yeah.
And I guess, so, before we started recording, we were talking a little bit about the other Cyberfunk game, Cyberfunk 2077. A prequel to this game in many ways.
Probably, yeah.
But I remember the difficulty select. There's like several difficulties you can select from in that game, much like many open world games. And I remember
By the way, I was trying to do a specific graffiti here, so I have to keep looking back at my phone for it.
Yeah.
I really like this graffiti because it shows like the anatomy of like a deer or a stag or whatever, and I wanted to show it off. And the word, I think it's BRC, or no, Rush is written in the guts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would they do that to a deer? That seems really inhumane.
I don't know. They've got some really cool graffiti in the game. Actually, that was one thing I wanted to mention. Looking at this save, I don't think I have as much graffiti as I do on my other save. So I'm probably going to, between recordings, just go back to the previous levels and like grab this stuff. But I'm not even going to record it, because it's like, you know, if you want to play the game, you should just play the game.
Yeah.
There's lots of cool graffiti, and you'll see me. I'll always be looking at my phone, and you'll see the credits and stuff if you're interested. Anyway,
I remember the easy difficulty in Cyberpunk 2077, like literally is described as enemies will pose 0 threat to you. Select this option if you're here for the story, which
well, that's nice.
I think I've seen that in multiple games now.
Yeah, some games. Yeah, that was
more
the thing that
games
started
are
when we were
doing
in,
like a story difficulty mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even better would be games that do like multiple different kinds of difficulty. You know, so like actually that's the thing they did in System Shock back in the day. But but like modern games are starting to show more stuff like I think the Spider-Man games have like you can just skip past the little puzzles and just do the combat, or you can make the combat really easy and have just the puzzles and the story, or or you can do both of them zeroed. Like they're independent sliders.
Yeah, I mean sports games. This is I guess a different thing. Sports games have had sliders for many years, where like for example MLB The Show, you can even like change the individual speeds of types of pitches. Where it's like you can change it so that fastballs are really slow, but curveballs can be like the normal speed. So if you have a lot of difficulty catching up to fastballs, you can make them as fast as like a 70-mile-an-hour
That's
pitch.
Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, and it's like that's not explicitly like a difficulty thing. Like it's not an accessibility thing. It's there.
But it works as an accessibility.
It works as an accessibility thing, and also. Like, it's just tuning your experience to however you want it. Because obviously, you can do that and then also individually go back and set the difficulty to the hardest, which entirely changes those things and stuff like that. Because that doesn't affect, for example, how easy it is to hit something in general, how precise you have to be with the left stick when you're aiming, things like that. But you can...
This game doesn't have tunable difficulty at all, but the difficulty itself is... not really that hard.
Would you
there's a couple moments where the game doesn't really explain how you're supposed to do something.
The worst
specifically there was a boss battle later on in the game that I was a little confused by initially. But it's not hard. You just you can figure it out. By the way, I think I may have actually discovered a bug in the game. Because I don't know exactly what I did to cause this, but you'll see in this video, every time I pick up a graffiti from now on, and then I go back to my graffiti menu in my phone, it'll highlight the wrong graffiti. Like, it'll pull up the pattern for one that's like 2 below it. And I think it's
so you just fucked up the index.
I think I fucked up the index somehow. Like, when I'm looking at the one, it's showing me the wrong one or something. It only happens in this video, and I hadn't seen it before the update, so I'm thinking it may be something update related. Anyway, here's a new character.
Oh, question mark. That's my favorite trick in the SSX series.
Whoa, he's got the Geordi from Star Trek glasses.
Mm-hmm.
This man is constantly doing at least a quadruple backflip or an 1800-degree spin.
So anyway,
I mean, he's fucking cool.
How is biking compared to rollerblading or skateboarding?
They all play pretty much the same, certainly as far as tricks and stuff, but the difference in biking is biking's easier for you to stand still than either of the other two, and you can manual downstairs. You can't manual upstairs, but you can manual downstairs while you're using a bike.
So is that like the unique effect of biking, like the sliding on glass with the rollerblades and the
I think the
other one
you
with
can break
the
the glass with the skates you can break the horizontal glass like that. With the skateboard you can do something that we'll see later on in the game. It's not that important. That's just it. They don't want you to feel like these things are super duper important, so they don't put them all over the place. For the most part, the opportunities for the ride styles to like actually have mechanical differences are very few and far between.
Yeah.
Trying
to balance not just between the special effects being like of equal importance, but also feeling like you can use anything for anything.
Now, I'm gonna make this look hard. This is not hard. I'm just bad at it. I don't know what's my problem. But this one billboard and this one quarter pipe, I think it's like I get performance anxiety while I'm recording, because like when I wasn't recording, no big deal, did not give me any trouble at all. But like I struggled so many, like I'm like, okay, let's give this another go.
Bro.
Beefed it, fucking beefed it, and then I was like, okay, let me one more go, beefed it.
Beef.
I was like, fuck
Oh,
this.
I know that feel.
There we go.
There we
That's
go.
What I'm trying to. And then you can just ride all the way around, and it's like, oh, that's so fucking cool. But like, First time I did it outside of recording, it was easy. And then I fucked it all up during the recording. So you're going to see me, I think, fuck that up one more time.
I know I keep mentioning it, but stuff like, you know, wall riding on billboards and then jumping and being able to boost so you hit something that's 90 degrees on the outside, like, I would just keep forgetting that that's a thing.
It becomes much more natural once you're playing the game. I mean, honestly, it's not even a trick. It's just like a
mechanic.
A mechanic, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, the game doesn't give you that much to juggle most of the time anyway. So it's not a, you know, like, there's things like this billboard right here is helpful in getting stuff like on top of this truck or on top of that bus and stuff like that, but it's not, yeah, see, it's pulling up the wrong thing. But it's like, most of the time the game just kind of gives you the mechanics and doesn't tell you how to do it. They just kind of let you figure out how to get up and into places. So you'll notice, like,
I love him checking his phone while he's biking.
Yeah. If you look at the skyline around, you'll see that there's some graffiti spots that are pretty high up. Yeah, here's where they put Solace after he tried to go talk to the girls. The Eclipse gang.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're not that bad, honestly.
They're not that. I mean, yeah, he's chill.
I think he enjoys this a bit too much.
He definitely enjoys this quite a lot. As we'll learn about him later, he enjoys this definitely too much.
Based.
Yeah. But yeah, if you look around, there's a couple of graffiti spots that are way high up, and I didn't know how to get them for the longest time. Nope, not the graffiti. There we go.
So, you said when Connor asked that biking does not feel all that much different from the other two modes of transportation. Yeah. How well do you feel like it does that? Because sort of what I'm getting at is back in the early days of like the LP series, when like a lot of the non-Tony Hawk games that were really popular were biking games. Mm-hmm. I remember a lot of the complaints that people had about those games, including myself when I played them as a kid, is that it's pretty hard to make a BMX game without it being clunky, because bikes are just an inherently clunkier like vehicular implement.
Yeah.
So how well does the game do at making a bike feel as lightweight?
It feels great. It's like, I mean, I had no problem picking up the bikes after the thing. I would even say some people might complain that they're not different enough.
Really? Because I was going to say, like, it's just, at some point, it's not Matt Hoffman or Dave Mirra's fault that it's harder to turn on a bike than it is on a skateboard.
Yeah, I just saw, like, he just insta 90-degree turned. Like, they don't even care about, you know, that
the fact that the wheels are touching the ground,
do more finesse.
Yeah. If you're moving, it matters, but only a little bit, because you can turn pretty much on its own.
Yeah, you just turned 180 degrees.
Yeah.
I'm jamming over here.
Hey, I'm jamming.
This is my favorite old head. I love him.
Back in my day, we used to listen to the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah.
That was a lot funnier.
I mean, the Sugar Hill Gang? I don't know, man. I still listen to the Sugar Hill. No, I don't.
No.
But yeah.
I remember Grandmaster Flash.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, there was that video of like breaking down the top hip hop hit of each year, you know, for the last 50 years, because it's, you know, 50th anniversary of hip hop this year or so.
Yeah.
And like the samples pulled in, and I mean, obviously, you start with Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash, and that was interesting to hear.
Sometimes I do forget that a lot of, like, sort of the whole point of hip-hop in the beginning was just different lyrical function over an existing song. Like, every hip-hop hit started as a funk song almost wholesale, and they're just doing a different vocal performance over it.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Yeah,
embarrassingly old when I learned that Rapper's Delight was an entirely different song at one point. Like, the boom, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
That was just a different song that already existed.
And it's kind of interesting hearing, like, what songs, like, when they sample, are just, like, take something and just, like, speed it up or slow it down. And versus, like, where they really chop it up and make it completely different.
Yeah. I don't know. It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we got snipers. And this boss is the introduction of snipers. You basically just have to find him in this area. And he's in specific spots, but like,
you gotta ollie the magic bomb.
Yeah, you gotta ollie the magic bomb, and then you get over to him, and then you'll kick him in the butt, and then the fight goes on. Alright, and the fight continues. And so now you'll see there are other cops here. Yeah, still part of the same fight, yeah, and you'll see there are other cops here who have guns too.
Oh yeah, because you're 3 stars heat now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this your first time reaching 3 stars heat?
Yes, this is the introduction to a higher level of heat. And then you'll see later on, they'll basically do this every time they introduce a new enemy type. They'll give you like a small boss battle and then introduce the enemy type at the same time. I almost forgot to pick up this graffiti over here that's floating in the middle here. Oh my goodness.
Excuse me, Mr. Escher, sir. Can I get this graffiti really?
It looks like it's fairly easy to dodge the boss. Just don't stay in one place too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
His targeting reticle
it's
moves
pretty
pretty slow.
Yeah. And you'll see it on the ground.
Yeah,
and
it's
you'll
also
see the
pretty
lasers
obvious
pointing at you.
where it is.
And like the small time cops are also pretty easy to kill.
Yeah.
It also looks like
take care of.
there's like a minimum radius for him to be targeting you. Like if you get within a 5
So
foot
that
radius.
cop isn't the cop. That isn't the boss. This is just one of the dudes.
This is just another guy.
He's over there.
He just fell.
Yeah.
But it also looks like, you have to be like at least 10 feet away from it to even consider targeting you.
Yeah.
No, it's because of eyeline. It's just because he had the walls on his sides, yeah. But
I was gonna
if
say,
he has a line of sight on you.
Otherwise, what's the point of sniper rifles, if they only extend the range from, like, right next to you to, 5 meters away. Yeah. But I gotta say, I was not ready for the discussion of, like, talking about the soul or the body or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's got a real struggle on his hands because he's trying to figure out who he is, and everyone keeps telling him to find his roots, and then the guy's like, "You're not your roots. Your roots are not you.
And also,
you are you. You need to make your own decisions." And then he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, then are you gonna let us go?" He's like, "No, I have my orders. My decisions are my superior's decisions." Like, what does that mean?
And it's also like, because I mean, the counter argument to that is that like, well, I was forcibly ripped away from what I was, and I'm trying to get back to that. And I understand where you're coming from. That like, hey, I will never be that fully again. My experiences have shaped me, but I still want that back in whatever form I can get it.
I don't think that's even his point. I think his point is even more, it's not even that your experiences shape you. Those would be your roots. You are not your roots. You aren't even the experiences you've had. You're just the choices you make.
This is again very philosophical discussion for like what 30% into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're gonna finish that conversation up right here.
Hey, yo! Hey! Let's go!
What?
Seems like there's some pretty convenient grind lines for you to get up there.
Yeah, we're gonna go all the way to the top of that tower. And I had to knock over that lady first. By the way, I forgot to give Red his skateboard back, so I made sure to do that at the end of this video. Because I like him on skateboarding, and I wanted you guys to get a kind of a mix of all three. And so far we've gotten a lot of the other two.
I kind of realized somewhere in this episode, it went from like, you had to be a female character for the Eclipse to talk to you to that didn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Once you beat them back to this area, they don't mind.
Oh, so it was really just that one like initial time. Okay.
Yeah.
They realize that you're serious.
Yeah. And so there are certain sections of the story where they will force you to play as Red. So I was playing as Trice. We got into that cutscene, and then for the boss fight, it switched me to Red.
I forget, did the original Jet Set Radio ever do that? Because it's like,
I don't know.
The one guy, Beat or whatever his name is. It's like, he's like the main.
Sure his name was Jet.
Ew.
Yeah.
His last name was Set Radio.
Yeah.
Right.
John Jett, the inventor of Jet Set Radio.
Yeah. Son of Joan Jett.
Yeah.
But this is
always,
Rave.
Oh, I was gonna make a joke.
No, that's all. Yeah,
It always sucks when, an artist you like and think is cool, you look them up and realize that it's nepotism. They had famous parents or whatever,
Yeah.
John
It's even
Jett
worse-
would never have been able to, set the radios if he wasn't Joan Jett's son.
For sure. John Jett wouldn't have been able to set radios at all. He wouldn't have been famous for it at all.
Yeah.
You know, other people in the industry would have been famous for it, but he took those jobs away from those people because he's a nepo baby.
Yeah. He was
just
It kind of sours
created
the
for
legacy.
this.
Kind of sours the legacy of Jet Set Radio as a game.
Yeah. This game, due to its entirely fabricated backstory, we made up for it.
Yeah, the one that we just made up. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's a little
very
graffiti
weird.
hidden back here.
Yeah.
By the way, if you are on rollerblades and you try to slide underneath one of those gates, they won't let you. You have to actually be off your ride style to slide underneath it.
I guess that makes sense, maintaining parity between all three
Yeah.
forms of transportation.
Yeah.
I guess you
By
can't.
the way, I think this is my favorite 5-point, one of my favorite 5-point graffitis. And I can't really place why. Anyway, here's what regular level 3 guys look like. They're armored units. And I believe level 4, the snipers show back up again. But the armored units, the game, again, it's one of those things where the game expects you to kind of just figure things out on your own. If you try to do regular attacks on the armored dudes, obviously they'll just block them and they'll knock you back and do a little damage. So instead of that, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to boost into them, and that'll knock them back. Or, if you can, you've seen me do the, juggling people into the air. If I can juggle someone into the air next to him, I can actually toss him into the air with them. So I think I'll do it. Yeah, there we go. And then the graffiti on them works just like anybody else. And they're gone. And that cop just got hit by a car, and that was fine by me.
Okay.
Then there's this weird cutscene. It's just to remind you, I guess, that you have the option if you feel like changing outfits. But it's the one place they tell you this. This is like the second time they're telling us about the thing. But I'm in 3 heat, so I'm also going to change. And I only have the 2 outfits for her. I really like this outfit. It's cool.
Orange.
Yeah.
I really do love that her pants are like 3 times the size of her torso.
Yeah, her pants are huge, and she has like a halo on her head.
It's an
Actually, if
alternate-
you see her,
Yeah.
that.
It's an alternate universe where like Jinko jeans like really took off,
Yeah.
and like it was fashion became about making jeans or making pants even bigger and bigger.
Yeah, she has straps on her pants to make the pants wearable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like, if you see, each person has like a unique little signature tag that they do for like the extra small tags.
Yeah.
And hers has a halo on it. And his, I believe, Solace's has wings. And look at this. Like, what a weird guy. That was a waste of time. Let's take it to Eclipse. Like, this guy didn't help at all.
Fucking dickhead.
Yeah, get out of here. These dummy cops. Whatever, I don't care. I'm just gonna run up the stairs.
Yeah.
I like running up the middle. You can actually ride up the middle of those. But if you try to take the stairs with your ride style, you'll lose your...
You'll die.
And look, there's that guy we met earlier. He's here. That's another thing I really like. It's the idea that you'd like make a friend to join your gang or whatever.
It's
is
Mesh.
And that's his CDJ.
With a phone on the side.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be a handle, but it definitely looks like a phone.
I mean, there was even the cord below it that came back up to the thing. It's
Maybe
definitely like a old-timey hand phone.
I guess, yeah. Maybe it is just a phone. But yeah, he wants to do a score battle, and he's a pretty chill dude. I just like the idea that, like, you don't get, like, he doesn't tell you exactly where he's gonna be all the time or whatever. Some of the characters, they don't even tell you what they need for you to get their attention. You can tell they're different because they have different character designs, but, like, one of the characters later on is just standing around. I think he's dancing, and if you want to recruit him, you have to do the same dance as him. And then he'll be like, "Oh shit, okay."
I like it's literally
but-
like you just run into them again on the street, and they're like, "Hey, I remember
Yeah.
you."
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, you were the guys from the Bomb Rush crew. That's cool." Hey, and then you impress them a couple times, and they're like, "Hey, can I join your crew?" And I'm like, "Damn, that's cool."
What a good friend.
Yeah. But the score battles in this game are really, really easy, so I'm using this time to grab these graffiti.
This is a wild line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna go into the middle to get these.
Hard corners. So I guess you can just farm these.
No, you can only get one hard corner per line.
Oh.
So, like, during the same line, you can't hit the hard corner again and get the multiplier again.
Yeah.
You'll get a couple points for hitting the same hard corner again, but you don't get any more of the thing. And I was just looking around to see that I got all the graffiti. Oh, you're gonna see the her little signature one has a halo on it. Boom.
Halo.
Yeah, like the game.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the cops like don't spawn back here. I don't think they have a spawn point back here. So we heard them. We have heat, but whatever. And I knew the first time I walked into this, I was like, wait a minute, what's behind here? Nothing. There's nothing back here. There's people hanging out, and there's
a
nothing
dog.
back here.
There's a little dog.
Nothing gets added as far as I know. So. Anyway.
Huh.
So we go into this tower.
Oh, this is the way up.
This is up to the top.
And I'm gonna
So
imagine
they've
this
got
is far from the most difficult gauntlet in the world.
It's not difficult. There's one part that is a little tricky. I was trying to do this all in one combo line, and I was like, alright, this will be easy, no big deal. I believe if you're holding the manual button for the jump onto that thing, no, it's the next one. It bugs out, and then, I don't know if it bugs out or I just do a bad jump or whatever, but I got all the way up here, did this graffiti, and then I was like, okay, cool, let me keep going. Hit this, come up here, and there I go. But I needed to get this music CD anyway, so...
Nice.
Oh no, that was a graffiti. Telebinge.
See, just play it off as intentional or whatever.
Yeah.
Totally intentional.
That'll really help you for your 100% run of this game that you're definitely doing.
I mean, not for the channel, but I'll probably 100%.
No, for the
the save
channel.
file
You're doing
after
this
that.
is a 100%.
Yeah, it's
run.
time for you to do the speed run now.
I have to do a speed run of the game?
Yeah, you do.
I guess I can look up what the speed run times are like and see.
And you
Might
have to
actually
beat
be
it
doable.
live on stream.
Okay.
You got to do it. And when
Do
you
I sound like excited to do that?
yes,
As
very
excited as I sound when y'all
Yeah, fair
try to
enough.
make me do it.
Yeah, so you guys know how this goes down. I mean, we'll just talk over this part. It's another crew battle.
I just
so
realized
us
their
versus
belts
them.
say old school classic and boom bap.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's great.
Right? I love these dudes. The old heads are awesome. It's gonna be a good one. Let's jam. Alright, so he plays the music of the area, and here we go. And again, you have to be red for the crew battles, so we'll just do this. Yeah. There's no, again, the game is not difficult. You do not need a strategy going into this, other than if you're struggling to get the score, then my only advice would be to learn that they really want you to hit hard corners and wall rides for multiplier. Once you get that, you can also get one out of each quarter pipe, by the way, which is why I'm going up each. This is actually 2 pieces of quarter pipe each.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, that California roll trick is cool as hell.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, they've got some really sick tricks, like watching you on the bike earlier, and they have like a
The
bunch
double
of
backflip.
flatland stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is if you're on foot and you do your special trick, it's the shuriken.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of like the California roll, but
You're on foot.
stick a leg out and you cut things with your awesome blade.
Because there's a lot of overlap in real life with like tricking and martial arts. It's like just really flashy martial arts where you do as many spins as you can in the air and end it with a kick.
Yeah.
Just looks really cool.
Like here, I think I do there's the shuriken.
Nice.
And you get trick points. Hey, I made it work.
Hey.
You get trick points for doing the shuriken, so it's still considered a trick rather than like just a movement thing. Once you're off your board, and that actually can help. Sliding and doing ground tricks while you're not using your ride style can vary up your trick game and make sure your tricks don't get stale. Because they do stale over time.
Fucking owning. Oh, if you got some time, meet me at the bridge, by the way.
Yeah, Mesh texting you in the middle of this. What?
Yeah, he texted you because I went over to that area. I forgot he was gonna text me when I went over there. But yeah, that's the next area you go to unlock it. And I think we'll probably see it in the next level. Or next episode. But yeah, we beat him. Stars don't lie, do they, Eclipse?
Wow.
And
tasted him.
And then we get the resolution of that.
Nah.
Hey.
Hey.
Yo.
Easy. Yo, what?
Thoughts?
Oh.
I like the music.
Yeah, I don't know why music starts.
So is this
that's very
another
off-putting.
inside your head area?
Yeah, and so this guy's doing some kind of thing. I'm like, nah.
Oh. I thought you were going to talk to him.
Thought about it.
Whoa, the world is round, dude.
I don't feel so good, guys.
Whoa, we're spinning.
Whoa.
Yeah. This is some funky ass shit, dude.
This is
So previously, this was caused by you getting in that DJ guy's machine.
Yeah.
But now it's like, was
Now
it
he's
supposed
just
to be?
exploring his own cyber mind.
Oh shit! Like it's
Did he
like the
infect you?
telos of Eros or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, ethos, pathos, logos.
Yeah.
I know those words.
Yeah.
Skyrim belongs to the North.
Yeah.
Talos.
By the 9 divine.
By the 8 and 1.
That's all I know about Skyrim.
That's all you need to know.
I played 10 hours of it and then I uninstalled it. Not because it was bad, I just ran out of space on my computer.
That is a perfectly good reason to uninstall it. But yeah, we're inside his machine mind again, and we're gonna learn a little bit more about his backstory, or rather, we're gonna get cryptic hints about it.
I thought you were gonna die, like right there.
I thought about it. I considered it. I thought I was gonna land on the rail.
Yeah.
That time it just clicked. I don't know what determines that. I think I was maybe going at too sheer an angle or something, but that time it looked pretty sheer.
Yeah, as opposed to a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, there's the rocket ships going on.
Oh my god.
I'm riding a rocket.
Yeah.
Los Campesinos. You Me Dancing. What a great song
then-
and music video.
I think this is like super wild looking.
I love that, like, in this, like, dreamscape, you're still bothering to, like, trick it the fuck out.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't I?
For story purposes, it's like, even if I was a skateboarder and I was in this situation, I think I would just be like, very timidly riding along on my board, being like, "Oh
That's
my
because
god!"
you're not a video game character who's badass. If you were a badass video game character, you'd probably be tricking it the fuck out.
Am I?
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm never gonna make it all city?
I'm saying you're not gonna make it all city in New Amsterdam as part of Bomb Rush Crew because you aren't him.
I'm not him.
No.
I will
You're not
never
that
be
guy,
him.
pal.
Yes. Affirmative.
What's up, dog? Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh my god, it's the
That's-
Sonic.exe crew.
Yeah, Sonic.exe crew.
With
Any
like
thoughts on the story so far?
with like 8 balls on their head. I feel like
That's
this,
a lot of balls.
I feel like this
Speaking of balls, don't those look like balls to you?
Yes.
kinda. I see that it's an upside down like heart head, but
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be
It's
balls.
the veins.
It's the veins, yeah.
alright. I honestly I feel like that should have been a good opportunity for Red to be like, okay, so you know who my previous body was, can you tell me more? You know.
Well, they told him as much as he could, which was, I didn't know him that well. I only met him right before he died. And
Oh,
he was
I
one of the
guess
dudes
so.
who went
Yeah.
Big 3, right? But, like, he doesn't know him that well. He does know that he was...
He knows him as a
he was
legend.
Really good. And we know, as people who saw the previous cutscenes, we know that his father was a police officer, which is how he got out of scrapes. And that's not a great legacy to have. And then during the most recent dream, we saw someone who our boy didn't recognize, but we as players probably recognize or should recognize as Felix. But we didn't understand. He was climbing up there, and then he said something, and then he started falling. What does that mean? Anyway,
He's falling from grace, or maybe he's...
that's Bomb Rush Cyberfunk episode 3. We're gonna come back in episode 4, and I'll probably grab stuff in between. But next episode, we're gonna go to Millennium Mall, and we're gonna see how much ass I can kick of those computer-headed looking fucks.
Sweet.
established dominance.
See you then.